Inazuma. So many things have happened since then. Yeah, So, where should we go today? Huh? Hey! What the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh? All right, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Things are about to get dicey.
Huh? So you don't have a vision? Seems like I've mistaken you for some...
At the very least, you should make... No, wait! Even when you've got the right person...
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha? He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses and... That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything. Hey! Don't be mean! Paimon's smart lots of the time. Anyway, just to be on the safe side. Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean beyond already Yeah. Anyway, there's no time to... Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment.
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all. Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run. If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact...
Oh, so you
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be? Really? Wow. When you put it like that, he was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryou Commission. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendly.
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable. Thank you! Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryou.
All right then. I'll just stay...
Bring it!
Oh? It's you.
Greetings.
We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in. We invited Mr. Kaedahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's path. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity. Regarding the history of the Kaedahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaedahara clan belonged to this class, but there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaedahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui, attributing all of the blame to... Considering Mr. Kaedahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be... In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui...
This is a true honor. However, would I be correct to assume that...
I can assure you that nothing... With the Kaedahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaedahara... You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of
I sense some hesitation. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of them...
Malicious rumors? Oh,
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, also that Kaedahara Kazuha was...
What? But that doesn't...
That is correct. However, to some people...
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings... But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me,
This is precisely why I encourage you to get...
Please allow me some time to In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then.
Yikes! We nearly forgot
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me? No. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaedahara sword art. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine...
all the more reason to watch your...
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive.
In that case, I will send some...
Thank you. I must say, I am now very curious about this matter. And I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one...
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say. To ask you a quick... Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaedahara Kazuha we meet.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaedahara.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would...
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Mr. Kaedahara is currently the talk of the town. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many... Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information.
Millions? Of Mora?
please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing detail. Sorry, I got a little off. But I wouldn't know where to begin if...
Then let's put that connection aside for now. The Tenryou Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the street. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault.
Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked... Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now. I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, it would cause me great grief to see someone for the poor victim.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the...
You flatter me. Truth be told?
You are much too humble. Oh, actually, there was... Let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around... One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma.
Amenoma!
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner. 2 grown men going missing at the same time. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking...
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do...
Sure! Can't hurt! We never know what...
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making...
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation.
If it...
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep... After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Let me quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden was the collective term for the 5 most... The techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced. Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, as an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out. Until both As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind, for only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's...
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade, you are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens me.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today, we hope to assist with the investigation.
Ah, yes. My nephew. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. But I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile.
We heard that there was a collector involved.
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me... I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after the... Yes. Strange, isn't it? If I had to guess, it must have... He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but he is extraordinarily talented in martial arts.
Truth be told, we have some information that you... Based on the evidence we have gathered...
What? No. He is humble and kind. Even...
Is that...
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain... But, with that said, it's equal... I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced. Anyway, should you...
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think you...
Yes. It sounds as if something happened. Let's pay a visit to the Naga.
I'm very sorry, but we can... My husband has gone miss...
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information. With this in mind,
For example...
That's a long story. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing. Everything was fine when we first got married.
Uh-oh.
He lost his sense of restraint. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet, on the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said,
Whoa!
and that led to...
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with... After I said those words, he froze. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family? Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found... And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he...
I see. Amenoma Yuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During this...
At first, I assumed they must have got... But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so...
Maybe he was...
I don't know. He just disappeared after the... Perhaps he's too afraid to come home, now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire. Even though as long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we could...
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to... But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma Yuya is also a... This situation is getting a little confusing.
A little confusing? More like completely
Let's try a change of scenery and see if... Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting... The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon was thinking that maybe... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
An interesting explanation. Amenoma Yuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed some problematic detail. Maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen item. Either way, after arguing about it, they thought a fire would destroy everything. But then the Tenryou Commission began investigating and uncovered some incriminating details. But it's a far-fetched theory. I can't imagine. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Right. Although the time frame seems to Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the
Darn! We thought we could get 2 birds with one
Let's keep going, since we've come this far. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Bring it!
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds as sketchy as that whole thing seems. You did put it to...
Now I'm picking up a strong...
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now. But I can still... It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy, we should remain vigilant.
Huh. So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. But the residue, judging from the concentration...
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the...
It could well be that he was already under the influence. From what I've been told, Tatarigami... But most will develop a stubborn streak upon being... Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The
So what should we...
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look. If we don't open this door, we can move no... You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking...
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary!
All we can do now is keep searching in the... 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear... Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's... Quiet your mind and focus on what you said. From this point, the trail, the main source of the Tatarigami energy, continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here. Quite possibly.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
letting brave names echo!
Yoo-hoo!
It's,
Ugh.
by the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn cloth. Well, according to this letter, a conflict Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr.
So, well,
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed. Yes. Right now, if Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people in
right. So let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be all the clues that at first seemed disparate. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only
Wait, you figured it out?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. He seemed...
Why here? Is there any...
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura... Show yourself! It's...
Kaedehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have...
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, Whoa, whoa! Shh!
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years. Or rather, as a means to occupy Amenoma Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy as a descendant of the Kaedehara clan. You should be able to...
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing... And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, he not only bestowed upon me the greatest of... In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade.
So...
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere... After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
So Amenoma Yuya was not your... Tell me, what happens to those...
My hosts? Who cares what happens when they got tired or injured or unusable? I hopped to the next one.
You're
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hito. Now, give your body over. Submit to me!
Wind strike! The wind knows me.
ah. The show begins.
Into the wind!
Rewrite history! Join me and sever that divine light! Submit to me!
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud!
Submit to me! Join me and sever that divine light!
That hurts!
Submit to me! Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down too!
Your bluff's fooling no one.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls, he is but a puppet that can be replaced. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before, and even if I were to lose my physical by any means necessary.
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of each, but from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly...
Really? You could...
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thought. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, its if you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate single mind.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin art's. In that regard, why would I ever?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Ina's. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable...
Oh, that's right. Paimon remember...
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity.
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition, I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth, but the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become...
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired? Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, how could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect...
Silence, you I must achieve my... I will concede that you are most perceptive.
And you should face
Easy for you to say. Facing... I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedehara.
How stubbornly you... I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So...
What? Sure.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross once we have dealt with them.
And as for your end of the bargain, if...
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. The cursed blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenome... Even if things take a turn for the worse, we have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish... Now, take me...
Kazuha?
I felt a little dizzy. It's all right. So far, this was as... I will.
What should we do next? Have you...
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced... If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between... If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but...
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers he... Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base...
Ah, all right.
What about Amenoma Yuya?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own conscience.
Are we sure this is a good idea? Okay, fine.
Leave everything on this journey to me. The wind chills very. Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strike.
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use, and though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much.
Something else?
How strange. Rather than trying to let's keep going.
Let's get down to business.
One with nature. The wind knows me.
There's more! Let's get down to business.
One with wind and cloud.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade, he cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps
But what would that do to...
I will be careful with it. He also says he's still trying to... wind knows me. It's fine. Into the wind. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Cut down. Like this.
Are you okay? It looked like you were...
Yes.
The machine's grown a bit dimmer again.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance.
True form? What are you... Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya, it barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield, but regrettably we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty. The only one who truly understood you. And
Huh? What's that?
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup, we can help.
don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same. Time to go. The wind knows me. That hurt!
One strike will suffice.
Into the wind.
Cheap tricks. Cut down.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels. No, I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you.
But in this too, you...
Indeed. No matter how hard I try, too much time has passed. My physical state is poor and without proper maintenance. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both... This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness to Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you...
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey, the moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. How could I possibly? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall How could I go?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further. When I touched the hilt for the first time, a bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moon. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening.
Wow.
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith, he spent the rest of his life in the forge. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and...
So that, but after that, the blacksmith's intentions were worth.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it... Yes. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. He seems to have calmed down, though.
When I look back, I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill, but darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition...
You are finally seeing reality.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement, but I still cannot bring myself to So, may I...
Hey! Now you're adding yours in...
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. My physical form...
His attitude has... What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker... Alas, after that, nor have I ever had the chance to prove... My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next... You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle.
Oh? And who would be the
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. He must have plenty of reasons.
Understood. Then let's start...
I see. I utterly despise him and his actions. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs, I do not wish to be
There's no need to worry.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't... In any case, for a final duel, I think we...
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard... Still, even if he's way back... Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of Ishin art. Kaidahara...
Successor of Amenoma art. Amenoma Yuya.
Honored to cross blades.
It is my honor also.
Wind Strategy! One with nature! The wind knows me. Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Thank you for the... Although he appears battered and broken, his sense of savage cruelty has come...
You also fought well. There are a few things...
I must apologize to you for all...
You need not seek my forgiveness. No, it is too late for all...
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them stay. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but I beseech you.
Yes, I too
Thank you, successor of Amenoma.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to...
I'm not sure, but I...
It's you!
I am sorry to have troubled you.
A prized Ishin blade. Turned weapon that can... Considering they're forging But I have some good news as well. Ryuji...
Really?
Yes. Badly... And now that Yuya is back...
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha?
Yes. He said he wants to take control.
What? No way!
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my... I have decided...
But... he...
Thank you. I will explain my reason. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the...
Kagotsurube Ishin. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions. Only in the final moments.
Seems like he really...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by Grant. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Just as the sight of your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspired. After everything I've seen, perhaps
Oh, God.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Wait! Shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamen?
Oh, you're right. And it's also time to give him a response.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanoma Yuya should conclude.
Wow, you sure kept
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. And so, it looks like I will likely
I see.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya.
You misunderstand. That was most—
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well. I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never— However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the shogun—
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. Paimon was ready to ask her a million more questions, but didn't want... Like, about these descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Teyvat from someplace else? And as for your brother... Whew, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.